Greatminds Church. Let's be open-minded and guided by our Maker. I'll tell you a quick story. This was in 2000, before pandemic, 2018. I had a client, immigration matter, and we went to Barnett, way out Barnett Street, way down Long Island. It's quite about maybe an hour, 45 minutes from here, for an interview. The client was there earlier than we got there. A Jamaican client who's been in the country for about 40 years. A man, married to his wife. They had 6 kids together in Jamaica. You know, in those days, God bless the man who was doing very well, had his own construction company. But he's no longer married to that woman that he left in Jamaica. But as God may have it, because of the children, he wanted to bring the woman to the United States of America. So this man brought the woman to the United States of America, thinking that because I brought you here with a visa, now I can now file for you so that you can have your own green card. They truly filed. And they flopped the test, they failed. And you wonder how a man who has a construction company, big fat bank account, sponsoring his wife, so we say, with 6 children, how can you fail an interview? That's how they find me. I didn't know this story from the beginning. But when I looked at it, I said, wow. It took me a while. Immigration will not tell you exactly what the problem is, but they will tell you you failed. So it's your responsibility for you and your lawyer to figure out what the problem is. If you're lucky, you can read through the line and find a solution to the problem, but they will not directly tell you. So they came to me for a solution. I looked at it. My first question to this man was that, you guys have 6 kids, great. I subpoenaed the file. I looked at the file. I said, well, you guys actually married? They say, I don't know. We married in church. We haven't this and that. Do you have a marriage certificate was the key word. They say, I don't know, but we have something from the church. But that doesn't constitute marriage in the United States of America. That was the reason why I failed. You know what we did? I said, it's true you have 6 kids. Some of them were about maybe 26, 27 or something like that time, the oldest one. I said, you know what you need to do? You need to go get married. People, how do you tell a couple who's been married for over 30 years, being together for over 30 years with 6 kids, all the kids' birth certificate can prove the father and the mother? You would think it's common sense that immigration would let them go. But immigration said, no, our law is our law. There is no legitimate marriage certificate. So these kids were born out of what they call wedlock. I told them, go get married. They went to the city, no ceremony. Got married, got the paper out. Maybe they spent $60, whatever that time, 2018, around there. We refiled the whole paper again. The worst thing was that they lost that money that they had sent before, of course. That's immigration, they want the money. So we filed again. This is where the miracle of God is endless. Then we went for the interview. Listen to this carefully. It's past. Doesn't matter. I can talk about it now. We went for the interview. Everything seems to be fine. We corrected the deficiencies of the application. Now on the interview date, listen carefully. We sat down, me, the 2 couple, one of my other partner that is just learning the immigration rope, and he wants to pick my brain. He wants to see how I ask question or how I answer question. So we're all there. So the interviewer was a older lady, it's called administrator. Very older lady. Once we got into our office, I saw the picture of Obama and some of the white guy in military uniform and stuff like that. So we kickstart conversation about politics. He loves Obama, his son was in the service, blah, 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 and all that. So we talk about all that. So we have gone through all the interview, and they aced the interview, they passed pretty much the interview, but there was a final stage. You know what it is? Then the woman say, but before that time, the woman has said to me that During the conversation, listen to God here now. During the conversation, she said, oh, when Obama was doing something and my son came back, I went to my son in Virginia. Obama was there and they welcomed my son back from some tour and they gave us a personal letter that he signed. You say, as a matter of fact, this beautiful old white lady said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a copy of that letter. I treasure it forever. It's on my hard drive and I'm going to print it out for you. Listen to this carefully. The printer was in the hallway, central printer, hallway. We're in the office here, camera and everything. Then the woman said, I have a last questions for you couples so that we can go and know what we're doing from here. Then they said, husband, where's the key? You guys still live together? They say, yes. Let me get the key. Let me see your key. And the husband gave the administrator the key. Then he asked, wife, let me see your key. They don't live together. They're no longer together. They have separated. This man just wanted, remember, to help the woman. Then the woman looked at me once, the spirit told me she has nothing. Then I just beckoned at the woman. I said, hey, ma'am, don't forget that letter that you want to give me. He said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get it now before I forgot. This is God. This is God. And she got up to go in the hallway central printer to bring the letter. I took my bunch of keys. If somebody tell you that God doesn't exist, that person must be a madman. I took my